It's that time again. It's been a while. It's been quite a while, as a matter of fact. It has been quite a minute since the last time you know, when you hear this music and you see this background, you know what time it is. That's right. It's another stove post reading. Now, this afternoon while I was at work, I went through a little bit of this. I went through the update notice today. And one of the first most upvoted comments. Let me go check real quick and see if it's still the most upvoted comment. We're not going to read through any of this because none of this matters. None of it at all. Nobody cares. Who asked? Me. Looking for, you know what? I'll be real though. Passive cooldown display improvements is actually pretty freaking sweet. But that's not the real thing that anybody here is worried about. No, that's right. It's the second most. Didn't even acknowledge or show the Aria Censorship. Just gonna try and sweep it under the rug, sneak it into the patch. Absolutely slimy. How dare they not address this every single time that they make an update? Guys, Epic 7 World Cup mode is out, by the way. Sorry, we're gonna censor Aria. Hey guys, by the way, there's gonna be a patch tonight. Also, we're censoring Aria. Guys, we just wanted to let you know that we're bringing the web event down for quick maintenance. By the way, we're censoring Aria. That's right. If it is not literally in every single post, they're just trying to sweep it under the rug. The most important thing that could have ever happened in this game, and they're not even addressing it in every single patch note, every single update ever. How dare they? 16 responses to this. Enough. All you people complaining about a 2D character like it ruined your life. Weirdos. Whole bunch of you. We call them coomers. Revalue your life if this is too much for you. It's a freaking game. That's true. Cope, Seethe, and Mauled. All three of those at the same time. I also like how the majority of people who complain about censorship have never played the character or even own a character. Shake my head. That's right, they don't own a single character at all. Don't want to read a fair complaint? Then skip it. People have the right to complain. That's right. The date has been pushed back, stupid. Maybe inform yourself first instead of going straight to crying. That's actually true. This dude has two brain cells left. One is lost, and the other is looking for him. Holy shit, did Dimdrid just defend something that Smilegate is doing? Guys, what is this timeline that I'm living in? What is this timeline where Dimdrid is rallying against somebody who is rallying against Smilegate? This is not the Dimdrid that we know. This has to be somebody who hacked Dimdrid's account. So some people like to complain, so what? I don't like people criticizing my game. What a joke of a bad take. Imagine undermining people's frustrations because you don't like hearing your game get criticized. That's right. It's weird for somebody to be sitting there trying to gatekeep people's thoughts and opinions on something because you don't like seeing it. The only thing that's stopping me from calling you a normie corporate shill is the fact that you didn't say touch grass like every other stereotype defending this. Do yourself and everyone else a favor and keep your one-dimensional puddle depth opinion to yourself. It's getting old seeing how predictable we people like you are. Damn. Damn. Your one-dimensional puddle depth opinion. Burn. Aside from the fact that it was postponed, we were informed about it via notice a week ago. How is it slimy? People like this are a bunch of drama donnas. Okay, so guys, Dimdrid and Zien are currently defending this. Not necessarily defending this, but ripping into the people that are upset about this. Have I been gone from Stove for too long? I don't understand this timeline. This is concerning. Anyways, Jozo. I'll admit, I didn't know about the delay because I was only looking for new posts in general news, and apparently they've just edited the old one. But honestly, that just makes me think that the change will be major. If it was just a little adjustment, I'd imagine it would be quick and not a TBD thing. Sure, I never use her. Okay, hold on, let's look at how this is garbage. This is a terrible build. 136. This is all right. Hold on. What is this build? Oh, triple, just showing up triple S. Yeah. 11k HP, 2100 defense, 136. Yikers, bro. Granted, still trying to get a good build for her, and with my playstyle, which is so friggin' hard, with this awful gearing system, they refuse to improve in any meaningful way. Coomer's still crying about 2D titties. Lamau. Oh my god, they removed a pair of tits from my game. I can't handle this. The game is forever ruined because of those pair of tits. It's the only thing I have in my life. Basically true. They may as well be negotiating the changes. Whichever it is, we've already been informed of the change. So to call it slimy and sneaky by the OP is just silly. It's true. While redoing the main lobby, okay, let's see who else is complaining about this. DJB buff for Hua Young pay combo. My FCC barrier paying the price because of Hua Young. True. There's the Dimdrid. We went back to moving buttons around as an update. Cool. Forget the whole Soul Weaver change and like all of the other stuff change. Yeah, all they did was move buttons around. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's big true. Okay. All right, so let's see what else they're complaining. Opinions on Yulha and the censorship of Aria. This is gonna be good. I browsed this earlier. Sad that a hero will have repercussions in episode 4. He is reduced to just being a bad Hua Young counter. because you have to pray between Hua and Politis they don't kill Yuha. I have her at 30k life, and even if she can't fulfill her role, anyways, it's sad that we'll be stuck in the arena with the same 12 heroes until the game closes. That's crazy because I use a lot more than 12 heroes. I feel like when people bring up the fact that there's only 12 heroes, they don't actually play the game. I don't think that they understand. They don't play the game at all. About Aria, the anger on the part of those who spent the money on her is understandable, but you have to admit having a problem when you spend on a character that won't even be yours because it will be deleted when the game closes. It's the only thing I'll say here. I'll be real. Anybody that tells you that they spent money on Aria because she has giant titties is probably lying to you. Anybody who said that they triple S'd Aria because she has giant titties is an absolute liar. 0 people in this game triple S'd her with money because she has giant titties. No. Carr spent money on her because he's a content creator. Because content creators spend money to pull on units so that they have content. Whatever their reasoning that they gave you in the video, on stream, what have you, it's because it's content. That's really what it is. Boys, today we're gonna spend a whole bunch of money on summoning because titties. Not because I can make a video out of it, not because somebody probably is going to throw me money or subs. Definitely just because of this reason. No. It's definitely because of the titties. At the end of the day, both perspectives of Aria are valid. Some people who paid money for her are upset she's going to be changed. Fair argument. Whilst others say it won't be a massive deal and it only will hide a bit of an already quite exposed body, and we don't even know what the redesign is. Also a fair argument. However, I think both sides bashing each other for different ideas about Aria censorship are both stupid, in all honesty. You talk shit about people who pulled for said design specifically, so of course they'd be annoyed about a change and end up framing it a crying and a tantrum. Yet these people do the exact same as they cry and whine about being annoyed about the Aria changes. The same vice versa. But the people who compare nerfs to Aria changes are just comparing very unrelated topics to try to make a non-existent point. Since last time I checked, nerfs didn't affect the age rating of the game. Wait, hold on, that was another one. Oh, that's right, this is the one I was reading earlier. And I actually completely agree with this. I 100% agree with this statement. The people throwing a tantrum over Aria are the reason why we don't get nerfs. Absolutely 100% real and true. Without a doubt. This just goes to show that the people who are big mad about a graphical change, demanding compensation, demanding their money back that they didn't spend on the unit, absolutely livid beyond imagine because of a change that they haven't even seen yet. This is the reason why we do not get nerfs. So what if Apple decided to come out of nowhere and say that Aria's kit is too strong and they nerf it against the devs community and your wishes? You wouldn't even be slightly annoyed at that? Because if you can't see the big deal with the censorship of appearance is bad, then you're basically saying you wouldn't be annoyed with a censorship of Aria's kit. It's one and the same. It's against the original artist has envisioned, whether it be a kit design or art. I think that if Apple came out and said it, then Smilegate has to do it. Yeah. Oh, that's a copy paste. Okay. Gotcha. I thought that was something that you actually... Yeah, no, I mean... Yeah, if Apple tells you that you have to change that art that you put on their app store, you change it. That's just the realistic, the reality of it. What do you think Smilegate is going to care more about? Apple? Or some random coomer on a website? I think instead of taking away Aria's titties, they should add larger titties to every other character, even the guys, to make her titties seem smaller by comparison. I don't think that really I honestly don't think that the titties in the game are the problem. I don't think that other characters are going to get nerfed. You want to know what the problem was? She was on the App Store, and a really mad Karen who probably has a blue check mark was going through the App Store and was like, wow. Wow. I need to report this. That's the reason. That's it. For years, not a single other character. Mary's tits look ridiculous too. Nerf her as well. Yeah, no, I honestly think that there's a lot of characters in this game that could use with a boob reduction. Yeah, I'll be completely honest. Personally, I do not like Aria's design. I wasn't going to build Aria for a while because I didn't like her design. Imagine getting Aria when we could have had her sister. Aria's personality sucks. I think that she's actual shit in the story. The entire time that her side story was available, I was like, wow, we could have had her sister. Yeah. I didn't even really go out of my way to summon Aria because I didn't like her design at all. I'm like, wow, those are just too big. They're just too big. Would I want them changed? No, absolutely not, because I don't care. But here's the thing. If Apple comes through because some Karens with blue check marks complained about it and they go, Smilegate, look, we got somewhere between 3 and 15 complaints about this character. The game is 12 plus. Can you guys just change it so that we can just so they can stop? Smilegate goes, you know what, Apple? Yes. because we want to keep our game on your store. That's really what it is. And that's what it is. But to the point where if Apple came through and was like, yo, Aria's kit's just too busted, it needs to be nerfed. If Smilegate nerfed it, yeah, it is what it is. Here's the problem, is that people who want some large compensation over a change that we haven't even seen yet. Honestly, I'll be real. I've seen a lot of fan art where people have wholesomed up Aria. I think that they're better than the original design. I think that they're infinitely better than the original design. Yeah. But this right here, I will agree. The people throwing a tantrum over Aria are the reason why we don't get nerfs. Smilegate will never change their mind about nerfing units. We have people throwing childish tantrums over a small change that we haven't even seen yet, that doesn't affect her kit in the slightest. And if you're Aria defender and you tell me you support nerfing units, then you are a massive hypocrite. I completely agree. I completely agree. If you are mad that they're changing a visual that doesn't affect her kit, and you think that people would be okay with nerfs to units that they spent money on for gameplay reasons, then you are an absolute hypocrite. Nerf all the characters enough so that people can't one-shot hunts anymore, then see what happens. Well, yeah, that would be pretty rough too. I mean, the CDOM description change warrants the selector. Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, nothing even functionally changed on that one. Yeah. I think design is kind of bad. I mean, every Aria expression looks weird because of her face angle. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, 100%. You said it yourself, changing art and skills are massively unrelated. So how is someone a hypocrite if skills are a completely different subject? While different, both can change a unit. A nerf has more impact than a small cosmetic change. You can still use a unit even if it had an art update, while a nerf can make a unit garbage or manageable. All these people complaining about something so minor when Luna went through the same thing and didn't really change much about her art. That's true. Most people don't even know that Luna got nerfed as well. And I'll be real, I think that the Luna changes actually look better than the original butt nerf, the butt. I think that the butt armor looks a lot better, honestly. Yeah, personally, I think that it does. I think it looks better. Luna was already censored when she came out on the global server. Who cares? Just like Lilibet, totally different from her first design. Yeah, me looking for who asked. They still got nerfed. That's why people didn't complain about that. Having all the units you spend your money and resources on, what you want. But if after selling you the product, they change it and spit in your face, it's obvious that people will get angry. I just hope that the 12-year-olds will carry the $100 to $200 a month of whales that left. Wait, does this dude really think $100 to $200 a month is considered a whale? Also, does this person really think that any whales left the game because of a change that hasn't even been announced, like shown? Twitch PB1, thanks for the follow, dude. Does this person honestly think that whales are like, oh my god, I can't believe it. I can't believe that they're changing Aria. I haven't even seen it yet. Oh my god, dude, I'm just quitting the game. I can't take it, dude. No functional change to a unit that's a niche pick anyways. There goes my $100 to $200 a month. Jinte is quaking in his boots. Well, he will have no more competition. Just like Lilibet, totally different from her first design. That was a concept art book. That's true. Not every design that differs from early works and happens to have more clothes on equals censorship. ZN, what world am I living in? People did complain, even though her design was worthy of a hentai game. They genuinely thought it'd be released into the game like that. Lastly, you're naive if you think games are carried by whales. Whales are a minority. Most spenders make lesser spendings, but there's thousands of them. That's true, actually. LOL, okay. Lost hope about the meta. That's why focusing on waifus and titties is a better way to enjoy the game. You can no longer focus on being a collector of waifus because progressives come and censor. Heckin' progressives are censoring our game. I can't believe it. The SJWs ruining everything. What's next? What's next? I've already seen the pictures of everybody in burqas. Here's the problem, right? And this is one of the problems that I had with Nikke Goddess of Victory. I made a video about how people were big mad because a game that literally has not come out yet pulled a girl's shirt up a couple of inches so that where her nipples were didn't look super goofy. People claimed censorship. I said, how can you censor a game that hasn't come out yet? What do you mean? It's still censorship. No, the game hasn't come out yet. Just because you saw something in an early alpha beta stage does not mean that that is the official canon artwork. And even if still, oh no, they pulled the girl's shirt up an inch. Holy shit, dude. Never. I have at my fingertips, on my phone, the entire internet's worth of porn. At any time, at literally any time of the day that I want to look at some titties, I can look at some titties. I have them right here. The entire internet's worth of titties is at my fingertips. Never once in my life have I ever been like, damn, I need to log into insert whatever game I'm playing to jerk off to some sprites in the game. Never. I have launch codes. I played Fate Grand Order, which has a plethora of hand-holding comic books. Never once did I log into Fate Grand Order and go, damn, I need to jerk off to that sprite. Never. Even when I played games like Azure Lane, when I played Seven Mortal Sins Ecstasy, I played Sacred Sword Princess. I've played a lot of questionable mobile games. I played a lot of questionable games. Never once have I been like, damn, that sprite in that game. Yeah, buddy. Let's go, dude. Let's go, dude. Okay, but that's a little bit of a different case. Sure, the change is meaningless, but if we extrapolate that on a character being announced and then nerfed before release, I would still argue that it's a nerf, even though the character is not released yet, like it was with a Ravi. I disagree. I think that as long as they preface something with subject to change, this is the preview. This is not officially out. I don't think that it can be nerfed or censored until it officially comes out. As long as they preface it with subject to change. Cerise was originally nerfed on release. Cerise was changed before release and absolutely needed to be. Honestly, if Cerise would have been put out the way that she was, would have literally killed the game. Just as long as they don't touch Fine, I'm good. See, here's the thing, is I don't think that they'll touch anything else, right? And I think that moving forward, Epic 7 will be a little bit more cautious on what they put on the App Store banners. Because let's be real, dude. Let's be real. This game has been out for a while. Cirilla is in the game. Fine is in the game. Vivian is in the game. Luna is in the game. There's a lot of Coomer bait in this game. Never once Rowana is in this game. She's literally got a womb tattoo. Judge Kisei is in the game. Never once have they changed anything. Until Apple came out and said, hey, look, man, if you're going to put this on our App Store, you got to change it. We don't care if when they log in, they get met with Cirilla's giant titties. Just change this one. It's the KR moms that did it. Yeah, true. Yeah, but I'm talking about official announce, like they don't put that subject for change in the introduction videos. And the only reason they change something is because of people's outcry. I feel like it's hard to not call it a nerf in my mind. Now that change something, it's just a matter of perspective. No, I agree. Yeah, I agree. And I think that that's why, like, for a long time, they didn't put subject to change. I think that moving forward, they will be. Right? Because until it's released, they're going to put that on there, and I think that that's something that they're going to do moving forward. So, but yeah, I think that a lot of people are just doomers over something that hasn't even been released yet. So us being mad, they won't nerf broken units because people spent money on it. Meanwhile, they will change a unit's design, their core identity, despite the fact that people spent money on it. It's pure hypocrisy and shows their priorities are backwards. Again. If Apple tells you to change it, you change it. It's just that simple. Like, I don't understand why these people are still so mad. E7 is full of PvP autists. I'm surprised that people care this much about Aria being censored. It's not the PvP players, Rabby Bro. This is not PvP players. This is literal free-to-plays that are big mad because they're changing their Coomer bait. That's what it is. PvP players really most likely don't care because it doesn't impact the kit at all. These are the incels that jack off on titty mouse pads. True. Yeah, no, that's pretty much these are most like the people who are super mad about this are most likely the people who also rub their genitals on titty mouse pads. Yeah, let's be real. Yeah, let's be real, boys. Most people are probably like, yeah, whatever. Are we not supposed to do that? Just don't tell me about it, honestly. Of course, people are mad about Aria, Shogun. What if somebody complained and we had to reduce your boobs? You know, actually, that'd be fine, man. I would actually appreciate that, Vox. Because then I wouldn't have to work out. I could just get rid of these man boobs without having to, you know, without having to work out. Yeah. Can you guys hit up could you guys hit up Smilegate and you know, get that sorted out for me? Thanks. Yeah, I would 100% appreciate that. I'm not big mad, but I wish they wouldn't change it or any other unit after it's released. I agree. But here's the thing, right? What I don't get at all, I feel like Aria is not even a good Coomer bait. Everything about her looks is exaggerated beyond reasonable. Especially when people start comparing it to Azure Lane stuff, complaining that it has 12 plus in the App Store. Like, yeah, but their characters do not look like tasteless sex workers. I agree with you. Yeah, I think Azure Lane's art department is infinitely better. Yeah. Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. That's like why I said, like, when Aria came out, I'm like, yikers, man. Really? This is what we're going with? Like, this is the design we're going with? So I really don't care. Yeah, I mean, do I think that they should? Or do I think that it's great that they're doing this? No, I don't think it's whatever, man. It wouldn't bother me one way or the other. I understand there's the censorship purists out there. But when Apple tells you to change something, you change it. That's just the reality of it. But this stance right here is true. Imagine trying to defend the change for Hawaii or for Aria while also demanding nerfs to units. Because I'll be real, the money that I spent to triple S Hua Young is because I wanted her for the game mechanics. If you change that, that changes the fundamental mechanics of that character. At that point, then yes, I should get a compensation reimbursement because I now have a different character, right? And so if you are the type of person that's like, no, we have to have nerfs and people shouldn't get compensated, just, it is what it is. But you defend this, then that is completely hypocritical behavior. I understand, like, it's fine being a hypocrite. Yeah, it's fine being a hypocrite. To be fair, every gacha game should be 18 plus. I completely agree with you. Yeah, I 100% agree with you. Yeah, as a matter of fact, like, I was watching a video the other day about how the EU is just going to start banning gacha games. And I think that's great. I think that's great. I think loot boxes are terrible. I think gacha games are terrible. I think that all gacha games should just straight up get banned. Yeah, I think I hope that Diablo Immortal is the catalyst for every country to ban gacha games so that games can go back to being games again. Yeah, as a gacha game creator, content creator, I hope that they completely nuke my entire career. Yeah, I would be perfectly fine with that. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, they should absolutely be regulated. Yeah. Yeah, if you can't gamble, you shouldn't be able to play gacha games. I completely agree. Yeah, make games great again, dude. Match. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, a nerf makes or breaks a unit. Like, that's one of the things that I've talked about for ages, dude. Is like, do you really trust Smilegate? Do you really trust Smilegate to nerf a unit? Please nerf, and yes, compensation for both nerfs and design changes. Yeah. Yeah, if they do compensation for both, then yeah, that's fine. Yeah, if I can get my money back that I spent on Hua Young or anything like that, then I would be perfectly fine with that. But that's the problem, is people want nerfs, but they also go, well, you shouldn't get compensation back because of nerfs, right? There's a lot of people. Genazad is one. There was one night I was watching Genazad, and he was like, no, I think most people are fine with nerfs without compensation because it helps the game. And it's like, no. Like, that's the problem, right? Is if you were a person who, let's say, spent $1,000 on a unit, and then they nerfed it into the ground because Smilegate only has, like, they either go -10 or +10, then no, you're not going to be happy with that. I think that a very, very tiny minority of people would be okay with no compensation. That's what I think, right? Yeah, I think a very, very tiny minority. I'm okay with nerfs, but they already set a precedence. Yeah, that's another problem, is that they already set a precedence. You see, they took feedback with Aria's looks, so that's why they made Yulha. She's got a giant 5 head, dude. It's pixels, not real goods. Compensations cost them nothing. Just make more skins. Did you take the survey I sent you yet? I haven't yet. I think Super Creative Smilegate should just hire people to actually look at the units they release, so they don't have insane OP units released 24/7. Yeah, but then nobody would buy it. If it's not super OP, it's dog shit. Haven't you ever read E7G, Rabby Bro? You know, with their bronze takes. Dr. Squirrel literally gave them the nerfs they would need to do and how they would have to do nerf compensation in his last April Fool's video. Yeah, but he's just a content creator. Silver takes. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Yeah, my bad. Elbow. That's true. There are some silvers. There's 2 Emps in E7G. Please don't laugh. Yeah, that's true. And Brodan's there too, I think.